you want to rent. For a lot of people, renting makes a lot more sense. But if you do buy a home, I would suggest putting as little money down as possible, having the longest mortgage you can get fixed at the lowest rate you can qualify for. Because where you will make money is not as a homeowner. You're going to lose as a homeowner. You'll make money as a debtor because your debt will be wiped out if there's a lot of inflation. But the cost of upkeeping and maintaining your home is going to go up, because the materials are going to go up, the utility costs are going to go up. So you might end up having to rent out a room to cover some of those expenses. But one problem you won't have is your mortgage. So if you own it, borrow the money and lock it up.
It's easier to buy with less down before the housing bubble.
Well, they still have FHA loans where you can put 3.5% down. So if you can qualify for one of those babies, you should do it.
All right. Here's the magic question. All right, give me the day. Tell me when this is going to happen. Yeah. Am I going to be dead by the time this thing happens, or is it happening tomorrow?
No.
This is the trillion-dollar debt question. What's the window that you think?
You might be dead. But not if you die of old age. If you get hit by a bus tomorrow, I don't know what's going to happen, right? I don't know if you're going to live. I don't know the exact date this is going to happen. I do know that it is an event that's going to happen in the present time period. It's not, this is not a future event. This is not an event that our children are going to be dealing with or our grandchildren. This is something that's going to happen now during this time frame. Does it mean it happens this year in 2013? No, it could. We only have a few months left, but it certainly could happen. It could happen in 2014. It can happen in 2015. Can it happen in 2020? Yeah, but the problem seems too big to me for it to be that long. So a year, 2, 3, maybe. I doubt that we can go through the entirety of this Obama term without this collapse happening. Again, it's not impossible, but the problem is just so big and the amount of money involved that we're going to have to borrow. And if these trends continue, and of course they will continue until we crash, more and more people leaving the labor force, joining the ranks of disability, food stamps, the rest of us can't, the economy can't sustain it. This real rate of economic contraction. Oil prices will keep going up, food prices will keep going up. There's got to be a breaking point that I think isn't 3 or 4 years away. It's got to be sooner. But
less than a minute and a half. You got some people who are the doomsdayers, who are the preppers. They're buying their food insurance now. They figure this is a way to do it. Are they on the right track? Is that what you're suggesting, or are you saying be careful with investments?
Well, look, buying food can work out because if you look at the price of food that's non-perishable, the prices are going up, 5–10% a year minimum, sometimes 20% a year. So to the extent that you can buy it now and store it, you're going to save a lot of money. It's better than leaving your money in the bank, and you don't have to pay income taxes. If I buy a box of cornflakes and when I eat it, the cornflakes are 30% more expensive than when I bought it, I don't have to write the IRS a check for my gain. So if you have the room, there's no reason not to buy things in advance when prices are rising. But also, if we do have runaway inflation, it's possible the government tries to contain it with price controls. Now, it won't work, but it will create shortages.
Less than a half a minute here.